can you help me write this with zeros? Tell me what to write, Brian. 0x. So x cubed plus 0x squared is correct. Plus 0x plus 1. Brian, tell me your p-value. Your p-value is the last one, which is 1. And your q-value. 1. So only two numbers we have to test are, what two numbers, Brian? 1 and -1. Raise your hand if you have that so far. Okay? Good job, Brian. Jocelyn, tell me a number that works. You're telling me -1 works. That's right. Jocelyn, tell me what to write here.
1, 0, 0, 1.
Tell me how to use synthetic division.
You bring down 1. And then you times all of these. -1. And then that equals 1. -1. So -1 times -1 is 1. And that equals 1. And then 1 times -1 is -1. And that equals 0.
Good job. So we know this is a factor. Thank you, Jocelyn. Kevin, if I have to write these into binomials, what would I write? And then for this one right here, what am I going to write? Positive or negative? -1. -1 what? Raise your hand if you got that. Okay, so really what we did in this left column is we factored. Does anyone see another method or a faster way of factoring? Did anyone see that this was a SOAP problem? This was actually the sum of cubes. A plus B, A squared, minus AB plus B squared. So you actually didn't even need to do this. But the great thing about this is that it works. Okay, what's the new part? The new part is to solve it. The new part is to solve it. We've done this before. You set this one equal to 0. And x is equal to -1. Okay, here's the bad thing. Some of you guys actually noted it. Can you factor this? You can't factor it. So what can you use? Good thing for the bubbles. If a quadratic is not factorable, you might want to use the quadratic formula.
That is so old.
Oh my god, what is that like?
Alright, so this is what you're going to do. Your numbers are here in orange. You're going to use the quadratic formula to solve for x. Alberto, what is your A value?
It's 1.
Your B value?
-1.
And C value.
1.
Raise your hand if you got that so far. If you forget, just write your standard form of quadratics above it so you can see it. Thank you, Alberto. Joshua, we have the quadratic formula here. Go ahead and do a substitution for me. X equals, your B value is -1, plus or minus, keep going. Keep going. Huh? Your A value. What is your A value? 1. C value. Are you looking? Your C value is what? That says -1. Just 1. Keep going, Joshua. There you go. Rudy, let's simplify. Rudy, what's the opposite of -1? Rudy, -1 squared. Rudy, -4 times 1 and -4 times 1 and 2 times 1. 2. Erica? 1 minus 4? Positive or negative? -3. Uh-oh. Partner B, tell partner A, how do you simplify the square root of a negative number? Think of a pirate. Cos, what do pirates say? Maybe need to say another year. Aye.
What?
No, I've never heard I say I.
You only so
1 plus or minus I radical 3 over 2. Remember, square root of -3 is the square root of -1 times 3. So the square root of -1 is I. Okay, what are our two solutions? Watch my finger. I have 1/2 plus or minus I radical 3 over 2, comma, x equals -1. So I got x equals 1 from here. And then this one I got using the quadratic formula because this one was not factorable. Okay? So the first thing we did was the rational roots theorem to factor it. And then I used, to solve, you can either factor it or use the quadratic formula.